So, Chris, again, today I want to talk a little bit about the problem I had with sales because a lot of people are in sales but they don't reach the goals. Okay, and then what I changed and why then everything changed. Because you hear a lot of people talking about sales, but there are big difference between the normal sales and the sales you really can scale. Okay, so in the past I was in normal sales. So I already was in sales and was broke. And a lot of people are in sales are broke because they are in normal sales. So the old school way in sales, it don't work anymore because let's say we go 50 years back, okay, so there were in your little village there were four people that are making sales. They're knocking on your door. There was no other person. Most people don't have TV and stuff like that. Now everybody try to sell something. So if you go the old way, okay, have fun. You will never be free. So the old way was you try to get a customer, then you sell something, and that's it. Then you try to get the next and the next and the next. And the new way is to bring it online. So my big problem in the past was I had good numbers. I was one of the best in the company. So in my old job, my last job before I went online was I brought my I was looking for jobs for other people, okay? So and I brought my boss 470 euros, so around about $500 profit per hour. Profit per hour, but it was not my company, so I earned 1,634 euro per month, so $1,700 per month. Even when I brought him almost $500 or $500 per hour in profit. The big problem I had was I had a customer and I sold him something, and then I tried to solve the next, and if I made one mistake, done. Customer away. Maybe they only need one time. I didn't have it online. I didn't have marketing, nothing. I have to call. I have to, every time I want to make money, I have to work. I have to work. I have to work. And that's not a real a business you can scale, you know. If you are the only one, you're a one-man show and you're in sales and you're good, you can make a lot of money, but you will never be free. And that was my goal. So and that's the goal of the most of the people. So my big problem was not that I was not good in sales. The big problem was I went the wrong way in sales. So many people are afraid of being a salesperson because they only know the old way, knocking on doors, annoying people, sell something they don't need. That's not the new way. So the new way is really build a relationship with your customers, that they are customers for the rest of your life if you do it right. And most people have not only one thing they need, there are a lot of things you can help them with if you are step in front of them. So if you have a good relationship and you understand to bring it online, make testimonials and scale it, use your customers to get more customers, teach your customer to reach their goals. So in the past I had the normal sales is, okay, you have a problem, I solve the problem and I hang up. Next person problem, I can solve it, hang up. If I want to sell you something again, I have to find out, do you have a problem again? Okay, maybe I have something to sell you. Okay, that's the old way. So it was always again and again. It was annoying because you do all days the same, all days the same, all days the same forever. And there's not a really next step. So the richest people on earth say, if your business is not online, then you don't have a business. And that's true. So the big change for me was to bring my skills online, teach other people and do what I did, teach it other people so I can save my time because 10 other people did what I teach them. So I had a duplication. I was 10 times there. So other people, let's say a normal employee works 160 hours per day, a normal sales per month, a normal salesperson, let's say 200, okay, 200 hours per month. So you work, after this, you start from zero again. You start from zero again. You start from zero again. So you will never be free. A normal salesperson fly to holiday, and do you know what the holiday cost? Let's say $3,000, but that's not true. If I didn't work in my last job for 2 weeks, I lost 2 weeks income. So the holidays was not only $3,000 or $2,000 or whatever. It was my income I lose in this time on top, and maybe this customer goes to another person in this time. So a normal sales job is really a hard job. So the big problem for me and the big difference between the past and now is, in the past I was working like a normal employee again and again and again. It was never the next step. And I sold something and that's it. Now the new sales, the whole sales are based on customer relationships. So I heard about the big companies in America, for example, they always have one chair and it's empty. And that's the same what I do in my company. So every time I talk to my employees, I talk to my team, we act like there is a customer in the room. Okay, do you know the old sales mindset. I try to sell you something, and then I hope you don't forget. Then 2 weeks you can do a get your cash back, and then I never call you again. So that's the old system I hate. It's not fun. It don't make you happy. So we act in my company like there's a customer, because the biggest boss in every company is not the CEO, is not the founder, is not the owner. The biggest boss in every company is the customer. Because if I don't buy something, let's say everybody you know stops buying Apple iPhones. Everybody you know, everybody on planet Earth say, I don't buy Apple products anymore. Then they are done. Boom. So the biggest boss in every company is the customer. So what I changed is thinking from the customer side. So let's say we have a meeting together, you're in my team, and we talk about which changes do we need for a customer. And the old way was, okay, how can we sell the customer? How can we act like that he wants, that he thinks he needed? You would never act like this if there is a customer. Never. And that was always what I didn't like in sales. So I always did it different. So I always tried to have a good relationship with my customers. And my old job, for example, that was the main reason why I want to go out. Because the mindset of my bosses were not like really helping people. It was only selling something. Sell something. Sell. I said, okay, but I want to have a relationship to be free one day. That they call me and say, hey, Chris, we know you do a good job. We need something. Can you help us? That's the goal you have to have. And have a team. They know what you know, that you have free time. So if you have a company, let's say you are a big Rolex fan or a big Mercedes fan or whatever, okay, or let's say Amazon, okay, if Jeff Bezos is going to the Maldives for 6 months, okay, is working 0 minutes, only chilling on the Maldives, how many packages do they sell, do they deliver? 1 less, 2 less, 1 million less, or the same number? The same number. It changed nothing, because he has a company and he has a passive income. And that's what I learned. So in the past, I was always trying to have a lot of appointments, making a lot of money, trying to sell a lot, and in my little bit of time I have, to making as much as I can, to work like an idiot. And then I understood, okay, there are passive income streams. And there are only 2 ways to have a passive income stream. Your money works for you, or other people working for you. That's the two only ways. So if you don't have money like me, I had to find a system where other people can make money, and if they make money, I get a bonus. Okay? That was a system I used, and that's a system every company owner use. Every company. If you think about BMW, let me know when the owner of BMW, the Quant family, that's their name, when they put together a door or whatever. They will never do. If they go 1 year away, the same amount of money is sold, everything is the same, because they have a company, they have passive income streams. And that's what changed my whole life. That's what's the biggest change for me. So a really rich person would never ever change money against time. Never. And that's what the normal salesperson is doing. You try to sell, and now we're building systems. Okay? Systems for sales. Sales are still the most important thing. Without sales, no money flows. Okay? But we are building systems. Systems are making money for us. Okay? So for example, I teach 100 people to earn $10,000. And I get a little percentage of what they earn. Then I don't have to work and I'm free. I teach them, and that's the first step. That's what people did 20, 30 years before. Now, the next step is teach people how to teach. That's the passive income. So if you're in a company, big companies do it since decades, since the beginning. So there is a boss in the company. He has a few people. They help the next generations. That's how every company on planet Earth is built. So there is a system behind where you have a step-by-step game plan to make money. Let's talk about Starbucks, for example, a franchise. If you open a Starbucks tomorrow in your city, do you have to go to the farmer and put the coffee in a truck, bring it wherever you have to do it? Do you have to do it? No. Do you have to create new crazy coffee styles? No. Do you have to design a logo? No. Do you have to design a color? No. Do you have to make advertising in TV? No. There's a system built by Starbucks where you can use it and you only have to do the sales. So Starbucks has a system that people that are good in sales can only focus on sales. And Starbucks don't have to do anything. If you open a Starbucks and you don't make volume and you don't make money, okay, that's more your problem than their problem. So you will do whatever it takes to make money and they earn a percentage. So that's a system, for example, okay? So the big difference between my old problems to sell, and if I make a break or if I'm ill, I don't have enough money and I can't do the next step, because if I make a break to Singapore to do the next, I don't have enough money. So I run, and that's the reason why people run until they die. They run. The new economy is building systems, making the passive income streams you need. So for example, while I'm sitting here, I have, I think, around about 20 passive income streams. So while I'm talking, I'm making money. Even if I don't sell anything today, I have passive income streams. And that's a big reason between billionaires and millionaires. Okay, millionaire, to be a millionaire, buy 2 houses, you're a millionaire. Okay, a billionaire building systems to help other people reaching their goals and get a little percentage of what they do. And that's what the big guys are doing. So if you're in sales and you have the problem, for example, like me, you can't travel because your sales are only in a region. For example, I could only sell in my region, only in Germany. Okay, that makes 0 sense if you want to be free. You can't scale it because in Germany, let's say you have 100,000 customers. Okay, and there are 10,000 companies. They try to get a part of this 100,000 customers. So everybody has 10. But if I have a globally, for example, international, and that's the reason why I do have to bring it online. Bring it online. There are 8 billion people. If you're in sales and you want to be free, bring it online. If you know something that you can help people, teach people. That's what I did. I was in sales so long, so I can sell everything you want. But I don't trade money against time anymore. It makes 0 sense. I only building systems, they making money for me. And that's a big difference between my old life, where I was really working hard, had 3 jobs, were broke, had no time, and now where I say, okay, if I don't work 1 month, I make enough money to live for the rest of my life, even if I don't move one finger anymore. And that's not because I'm the smartest person on earth. I only looked around, what do the richest people on earth do? What are the most successful people doing? So I looked for people that know how it works. So let's say the best boxer on earth. Do we have a trainer? Of course. Of course, everybody has. So I looked for trainers. They already did what I want to do. Then I wrote books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, for example. You have to read this book. If you didn't read it, Rich Dad Poor Dad, read it. So I read books and learned, okay, the big difference between the life I want and the life I have now is, here I have to trade money against time, and here money works for me. And people can work for you. So for example, if you work as hard as you can, you work 120 hours per week, you work harder than me at the beginning. So let's say 125 hours, so 500 hours per month. Okay, let's say you work 500 hours per month. And let's say I have 1,000 people, 1,000, and if they work 1 hour per day, I get a part of their work. 1,000 people, 1 hour per day. Okay? So I work for my success 1,000 hours per day while I sleep. And you do everything you have. You don't sleep, you don't have time with your family, with your friends, and you can reach 500 per month. And then it's done. So without a system, without duplication, you have no chance against the big guys. No chance. So what you need is a person who knows how it works. That's what was my way. So to learn how it works, then having systems, then teaching other people to duplicate your own time. Okay? And that's, again, out of your comfort zone. Because it takes time, it takes effort. You think, oh my God, what is it? People thinking I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. You don't have time for this. Okay? If you want to be successful, do it. Start. Do anything, but do it. And you have to be honest to yourself. What you do at the moment, if you're in sales, for example, if you're not in sales, go to sales. That's the first thing. You have to learn. Okay? So if you didn't learn how to sell, go to sales. Even if it's the worst job in sales, it's better for your future as the best job what's not in sales. Okay? So you have to learn the skill anyways. If you have the skill, then you have to be open for the next step. And that's a really, really hard point, because this typical salespeople are sitting there with their watches. Yeah, I'm the big guy. I already make 10,000 per month. Blah blah. Okay, what do you do if you're ill next month? Zero. If you fall in love with a person in Brazil, you can't go there because your business is only in this region. So zero. If your boss or the product you sell say, okay, we don't sell anymore in Bavaria, zero. Okay, so you lose all you have, but you are the big boss, you're not the big boss. Okay, the big boss is a person with a system, and this system has to be so good that the system don't need him anymore. So if you have a big ego and you are the superstar mode, you have a problem. Okay, the people with the superstar, I'm the best and most important person on earth, normally they reach 15,000, 20,000 per month, and then it's done. Okay, now for you it sounds like, oh my god, 20,000 per month is so fucking much money. It isn't. Okay, I know it sounds a lot but it isn't. And if you grow more and more, you will see that I'm right. So if you do the next 10 years a good job, look back and think about if 10 or 20,000 are so much. And they are not stable, because if something changed a little bit, boom, 10,000 done, you're at zero. So you need a system, and you need something you can build globally and internationally. Okay, and that's the big step the most people don't do. So like me, I was in sales so long, and the next step the most people don't do. The most people say, okay, I'm in sales, I already have the skills, I already make, if I have a good appointment, $300-400 per appointment. So that's good, that's cool, if you're happy with it, okay, but you can't scale it. And if something changed, you're done. So the big next step is to go one step back and say, okay, maybe I'm not the most important person on earth, and I can help 100, 1,000, 10,000. So in the last 5 years, I had 100,000 people we showed what we do. Okay, in all my businesses combined, 100,000 people. So 100,000 people, think about, you are creating only 1% of them, 1,000 superstars. They are really reaching their goals. What do you think will change in your life? So that's a big step. That's the step between millionaire and billionaire. Okay, so look at the billionaires. Jeff Bezos, he changed for almost everybody's life with his Amazon business. Okay, look at Apple, or Samsung. How many people using their products? It's so many, because they feel good if they use it. So what I already understood, and the most people in sales don't understand, is the next step is, you're not the biggest rock star on earth. Teach other people, help them to be better than you. Don't be the superstar always in front of everybody, and understand that if you really want to be free, if you really want to live the life you want, you need an online business, not only in your region. You need a business you can scale, you can make big, and you can teach people and earn a part of it, and then you can take the money and be an investor. Then, because how could I be an investor with 11,500 in debt? Makes zero sense. And most people can't even pull out of their bank $1,000, but they want to be an investor. Start a business. Start a business, make money, put the money into whatever you want, what you like, okay? Real estate, crypto, stocks, whatever. And then you can use the compound interest and be a free person. So I have 20 different income streams now, 20. So if one goes down, nothing changed in my life. Okay, that's freedom. And I helped so many people in over 40 countries with my skills. So, and they are the rock stars, okay? I help them, and that's what you can do if you're already in sales. 95% of everybody is so afraid of going to sales. So if you already know how it works, scale it up. Teach other people. If you're not in sales, learn the skill. And the next step after what changed my life on another level completely is leadership. Leadership is the most important thing ever if you are understanding sales. Most people want to learn leadership. They read books about leadership, but they don't have any knowledge about sales. Okay, how can you lead people? They make volume, so they sell something, if you don't understand anything they do, if you don't understand their problems. So whatever you sell, if it's a watch, if it's a smartphone, if it's a service, if it's an online business, whatever you sell, if you don't understand what the people they grow your business have to face every day, how can you be their leader? How? It's like if I would be a basketball pro trainer, I'm so small, never somebody would believe that I know their problems. So if you're in sales, you know how to do it, you know how it works, you understand the problems, and that's the reason by many salespeople, so many people that have big business have a sales background, because then they understand the markets, they understand the problems of the people, because it's a mindset game. Okay, it's a mindset business. And if you understand this, then you have to be a leader. And a leader is, you know, all these pictures where the boss is there and say, hey, you have to do this and that. And the leader is going in front, running and say, hey, I show how to do it. Yeah, you like these pictures on Instagram, everybody knows it, but that's the truth. That's not only a picture. But you can only be the leader showing how it works if you did it by yourself. And what you have to do is outside of your comfort zone. So my big problem was I knew for myself how it works. I can sell everything, but I couldn't sell. I couldn't scale. So if my boss closed a business, I have to search a new job. I have to find new customers and stuff like that. So if I scale my business, then it's big, and then I'm free, because all we do is building passive income streams. And I would never ever change my money against time again. Never ever. If somebody called me and say, hey, I give you $10,000 per hour, no, because there's always a way. I get one-time money, then it's done. Okay, I have the knowledge to put the 10,000 and make more money out of it. Okay, then it's a passive income stream again. But a normal job, changing money against time, will never make you free. So the richest people on earth, they never would go into a situation where they change money against time. What you have to find is a way where you make money while you sleep, and that's not a joke. That's what you read everywhere. And I know, and I was in the same situations in you. I wrote, I heard, I saw videos where people talk about what I talk about today. And I said, that can't be the trick. That can't be the secret. So please tell me the truth. That's the truth. Believe me. It makes zero sense for people like me to tell bullshit. Zero. Why? If I tell you today, for example, building passive income streams, and you do it, and you're happy, that's good. That's good for me, because then you say, hey, Chris, talk about good stuff. You can follow him and whatever. That's good for me. If I tell you something what don't benefit you, then you will hate me. You will say, this guy's only talking bullshit. So I knew I was in a big event. There was a guy, he makes 1 billion volume with his team. So to do this 1 billion, he have to do nothing. Okay, he built a system and it's done. But his system, what he started 30 years before, makes $1 billion volume per year. Okay, he made over $250 million in the last 20 years for himself. And this guy was talking about finding a simple business. So a KISS system, okay, KISS, keep it short and simple, that everybody can do it. And that's the problem with the superstar status, okay? If I want to be the big superstar, I'm the only one who can do it, then it's not scalable. Nobody can do what Cristiano Ronaldo is doing. You can't duplicate this guy like boom. It's not possible. You have to find a business where you can bring it to everybody, then it's big. Everybody can drink a Starbucks coffee, everybody. So it can be a big business. Okay, so if you're in sales, the biggest problem sales people have, they'll sit like this, they have a big ego, cut it out of your life. Okay, if other people do it, it's their problem. Start to understand you have to find a way everybody can go. If you can find a way everybody can go, you can build a big business. A big business brings passive income streams. Passive income streams brings more money to invest. More money to invest brings more passive income streams. More passive income streams brings more freedom, more stability. Because it's not risk-free, it's not safe to have one job. That's the biggest lie ever. Okay, so make a job, work 40 hours, 40 years in one company, blah, blah, blah. That's not safe. If your boss wake up tomorrow and says, hey, I don't like to do what I do. I quit. I stop this company. What is with your job? You're fucked. The only thing what is really, really stable is having a lot of different income streams. A lot of different income streams. So for example, I told you I have 20 at the moment. 20. If 10 companies close, I have still 10. That's stable. And it's in different areas, of course. Okay? That's what we do. That's what the big people do. That's what the richest people on earth are doing. That's what the people do. They are really free. That's what the real free people on Instagram are doing. Okay? Not the people that try to have show a crazy good life and blah, blah, blah. You have to work a lot. You have to learn a lot. You have to scale a lot. And then there will be a time where you can do whatever you want. And that's the way I want to show you, because that's what made the most people I know made them happy. That's what we teach people. That's what I wanted to learn, and that was so hard to find. So yeah, in the next few videos I will show you what we are doing, and yeah, enjoy your time and don't waste your time and trade it against money. Learn how to build a system, and don't do the same mistakes as me 10 years ago, because it was a really big time waste, and what I did so long in sales. See you.